I guess a long time no see. I don't know. I haven't actually made a video in a while, so here we are. I'm Austin from Neighbors Perfect. Not sure how well this video is going to do, but I'm here. I'm still here. Just kind of update, I guess. Feels weird to actually set up my tripod, my camera, my lights to actually start recording again. That's kind of weird feeling, but yeah. Let's get into the meat and cheeses of this video. I guess it's a little cold in here. I need to pop my heater on. But yeah, I picked up another car. I bought a bike. God, I think I've bought like three modes of transportation since I've made my last like actual video that's not a short. This is my Audi TT. It's a 2001, and then over there off camera, I picked up a Honda Ruckus. It's a moped. You guys probably haven't heard about this either. Had a very nasty injury a little over a year ago. We don't talk about it. That's why I'm on a moped and not a Kawasaki like 600. Yeah, slow speeds can get you too. But I don't want this video to be too long, so I'm just going to get into it. So here recently, I was in like my first ever real like committed relationship, I guess, and was with her like a year and a half, kind of high school sweetheart kind of thing. So it was cool. We ended up getting engaged. Wasn't like actually engaged, I guess, but we like called it that. We didn't really want to go public with it for a while. But yeah, I bought her a very, very nice ring. The ring cost me like $3,000. Because I only buy my girlfriend's real jewelry. I don't like fake stuff. It cost me a lot of money. About how much my Audi cost me. I put it on her left hand. But that's besides the point. But what I'm getting at is that has since ended. So a couple weeks before that ended, don't like to talk about it, but I was sexually assaulted by an older woman. Happened to be her mother. I know this video took a really dark turn, I'm sorry, but just trying to get it out there. So my purpose for this video is I want somewhat my voice to be heard as a young man. I'm 19 years old. I'll be 20 in a couple weeks. I feel like men need more, not really acceptance, but I feel like our voices go very unheard, especially when it comes to sexual assault. I don't know if I can say the other word, so I blanked it out. But I just want to say men do, in fact, get I would say just as often as women do. Men get sexually assaulted just as much as women do. And now, here recently, I've been in, I would say, the darkest spot of my life. Like I said, materialistic stuff, car, bike. I have like 5 vehicles right now. Materialistic stuff, as you can see, I'm doing all right. For a young adult, I'm doing pretty well. Pretty much have whatever I want. I don't have any debt, so yeah, I'm doing well. But these things only make you happy for so long. You get them, you enjoy them for a couple months, and then something happens and it's kind of all gone. You lose your joy. So with me, I'm gonna be open with you. I've been in and out of a mental hospital twice, and I'm still enrolled in classes there for my head. Take medicine every day to keep me smiling, keep me regular, I guess. Not really regular in that sense, but keep me happy, keep me sane. But yeah, it's I just went through trauma and nobody seems to care. And legal action could not happen in my defense because I would be testifying for myself, obviously, in court, and the two people that witnessed the action happen against me firsthand, they won't fight for me. They won't represent me. I feel like they'd turn against me. Just my odds are all stacked against me in this situation. So that's what I'd say hurts me the most is, that happened to me and nothing happened. They get to move on with their life, go back to work, go back to school, hang out with friends, be happy, live a normal life. While here I am, I currently live in a mental hospital. Like now I'm home, obviously. This is home in my garage. Working on building a barn for my car collection. Off on another property, but that's for later in the future. We haven't even broke ground for that yet, so we just have it marked off. That's what's happening. I'm getting a barn for all my toys. But that's what hurts me is, and I look at it, it's because of my gender. We don't really have a say when it comes to sexual assault. I'd like you to do me a favor, pause this video right now, go to your, Google, whatever you use, Safari search. I'm an Apple guy, so I use Safari. National Male Sexual Assault Day, and tell me what comes up. All right, so if you're back now, how many results did you find? Probably a goose egg, because there's no such thing. And that is what I have a big problem with. I get it, there is a actual, sexual assault awareness, stuff like that. But I feel like personally there needs to be one for us guys out there that have to kind of just eat it. That kind of just have to live with it the rest of their life. And because I know this happens fairly often. I know a lot of guys don't talk about it. But I'm just gonna man up and say it. I'm saying fuck it. I'm going to talk about it because I feel like this needs to be public. This needs to be said. I'm saying this for a lot of guys out there that might not have a voice or feel like they don't have, a way out, or it's windy, or feel like, it's a problem for them to talk about it. So what I'm trying to do is I'm going to take everybody and put them on my back, and I'm going to say it. We do matter. And I think I would love to see something change in our favor. I would love to see more focus on men's mental health and well-being. I would also love to see, people being more accepting of male and sexual assault, because I feel like it's unknown. And I really don't like that. They always focus on, the disgusting men out there and sexually assault women. Well, there's also disgusting women out there, and coming from somebody who has experienced it firsthand, there is disgusting women out there, and there is disgusting people that do this to young men, and I'm one of them. and wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy. Since then, I've attempted to take my own life twice. The second time I was almost successful. I was caught by a family member trying to hang myself. And that's when I got re-enrolled back into the inpatient mental health facility that's local, close by to where I live here in Ohio. Not going to tell you really how I did it. I'm just going to leave it pretty blunt. I tried to cut off my oxygen to the point where I was losing the ability to breathe. I was found by a family member, and that's when they said, we can't be having this and that. That's when I went back to the facility. I look at it as I was not trying to end my own life. I feel like I got what I wanted. I wanted somebody to see that I was struggling and I'm at my wit's end and I feel like there's no help for me. So I know that's not correct, because it's not. Please don't do it. But I feel like, it was getting bad. It was getting to the point where I was, cutting myself across my chest, and then obviously the actual attempt. And now here we are. Like I said, I'm still taking the classes. I'll be completely released to go back to my real life, get back to work, start selling some stuff, selling some houses, hopefully buy another vehicle. I don't know. Looking like November 5th. I'll be clear. And by no means am I back to normal, because I never will be. This will be a new way of life for me. And what I mean by that is I do have to take medicine every day. Every day and every night. I have to eat pills to continue functioning in the real world, to mask my problems. Also, I'd like to put out I'm a huge pusher for sobriety. I don't drink. It's been, I'm saying close to 750 days since I had my last drink of alcohol, and never touched it a day since. I'm very proud of that. I feel like more kids my age should not be drinking, because drinking is nothing but negative on the body. It's negative to the mind. Nothing good comes out of drinking a beer. I'm sorry, newsflash. Me being like a college student, it's very promoted in college, especially the bigger schools that I go to. It's very accessible for young men to feel the freedom and get the urge to get a buzz on. I understand. I'm just not part of it. Alcohol has affected my family in many ways. I have lost my father over it because he had a terrible alcohol addiction. I lost my uncle, which is the reason why I have a 99 Firebird to alcohol. And I bought that car in his honor. Exact same car that he had, except obviously mine's red, his was silver. Had to have the car, because I feel like he lives on through me. And alcohol is the reason why I was brutally sexually assaulted back in August. So nothing good comes out of drinking. I don't smoke. I mean, I smoked a cigar when, we bought a house and broke ground for the barn, graduated high school. That's about it. I'm not a regular smoker. So, the last thing I'm going to end with is, as much as you feel like you're alone, you're not. You might believe that you're alone, but in reality, you're not. There's always a support system out there. You just have to find it. Being a guy, it's a lot harder to find, because I feel like I don't have the heart to ask for it. I'm a man. I want to be a strong man. I get it. Every man should want to be strong, masculine. I agree. but there is a time where you gotta look yourself in the mirror and say, yes, I need some help. And when I had that cord cut off my neck, that's when I said I need help. And I just faced it. So I went, enrolled myself in a hospital. I just manned up and did it. You know, I accepted that this is not what I want. So I'm working on making a change. I'm starting with the man in the mirror, like Michael Jackson said. Michael Jackson's a beautiful guy. I'm a huge Michael Jackson fan, especially right now when I'm going through a lot of mental struggles. I always listen to him. And the other thing I got, I'm gonna roll a clip here. I decided to start making some t-shirts. I also made some hoodies, some zip-up jackets, and I'm working on some pants as well. Working on some cut-off t-shirts for in the summertime, and some shorts as well. Making some t-shirts just to spread awareness for men's mental health. I know there's a lot of businesses like that out there. I'm not doing this to get rich. I'm doing it because I want to see people, you know, around the town that I live, and, you know, just I want to see people supporting not only my mental health journey, but themselves as well. Like I said, I'm not using this as a moneymaker. I'm using it because I want to spread the word. I want people to know that men do have feelings and men do matter. That's how I want to end this video. I appreciate your time. I appreciate everybody that made it to the end of this video and listened to me bullshit for I don't know how many minutes about me. But with that, I'm Austin from Neighbors Perfect. I'm heading out. Have a great rest of your day. Don't forget, try to smile today and be here tomorrow. Thank you.